my mom had to humble me is such a bad word because of what it actually means. But my mom actually had to bring me back down to size, so to speak. Years ago, I was living near the airport and working in Dunwoody, and the traffic was like horrible. And so I would take the train. And I would talk to my mom every day on the train because I'm not about that train lifestyle, and I was getting used to it. I was kind of scared of it, you know, because it's like weird down there. It stinks. And so I'd always be on the phone with my mom, and guys would always hit on me, like all the time, like, hey, beautiful, hey, this, that, and the other. And it got to the point where I started to react to it like, oh, God, go away. Let me just go to work. Let me do this. Don't you see I'm on the phone? And my mom said to me, she said, be careful what you wish for, because there are women and people who wish they could get attention in that way all the time. So I'm no longer offended by it, but I'm very, very clear.
Right.
I'm very, very clear that I am not looking to be manifested for love unless we are in alignment.
Okay.
Right.
Speaking of which, how is it? I feel like, and I'll probably get canceled for this.
Hey, listen, whatever he says, y'all can't cancel me anyway. Say what you want to say.
No, this is like 100% on me. Let me put it this way. Is it easier, or I don't want to say easier. Yes, I'll say easier. Okay, just for sake of conversation. Is it easier for attractive people to become successful entrepreneurs?
I think that's a fact. I don't even think that's opinion. No, and let me preface that. I think it's easier for attractive people to have doors opened for them. Now, what they do with those doors, right? What they do when they walk through those doors and with those opportunities could be different. And so someone who may be considered by society standards less attractive may ultimately become more successful, may ultimately have better results, but they may have had to do more to get in that door.
What do you mean?
So when you're I'll just be honest and using, like.
Yeah, and I asked you because you are an attractive woman. So
Thank you.
There might be, some people here, right? And I'm selling a product and you're selling a product. Well, a guy that is attracted to you would buy from you before you buy from me, right?
Well, they'd at least.
A woman, if I'm not super attractive, they buy from you because, oh, girl, you so cute.
You're so
we
fly, you're this, that, and the other. Yeah. I mean, I think that because a lot of relationships are superficial, a lot of interactions are superficial, it's so easy to make it past these superficial requirements that it takes to communicate with you, right? So, yes, I do believe that people who are attractive, I do believe that they get opportunities easier than.
Just say we. Just use the word we.
I do believe that opportunities come easier. So, but let me say this. Everybody fine now. Everybody. I mean, it's nothing that a doctor can't make look good, right? And so there's so much beauty. Before social media, it was like you had to be seen in the room. Now there's an opportunity to just see you on the internet. And now it's not even just about being attractive. It's about being attractive and approachable. And I'm not very approachable all the time, right?
Why do you say
on
that?
Purpose.
You seem pretty nice. I mean, you don't see. Okay,
I am nice.
So we're sitting at. Actually, we were sitting at the Cheesecake Factory, and it was a guy who was. He was doing a lot. He was doing
the most.
He was doing a lot, and even though he was doing so much, and I don't want to talk about it, but Donni was just super talking to him oh yeah, because he was doing the most in her direction now, and Donni was just super nice. So you seem approachable.
Yeah, I mean, and when I am friendly, right? I am friendly, but I've always been told my whole life that I'm not necessarily the most approachable person. I don't, I have that. I have a naturally born with resting bee face, right? It's just my face, y'all. But I'm really nice, when it comes down to talk to me. The other thing is, though, I am really energy driven, and I have my secret power is discernment. I can feel your fake from a mile away,
for sure.
right? And I just don't play those games. So when I say I'm not approachable in certain terms, like if I'm not feeling you, I'm just not, and I'm not going to fake through it. Yeah. I don't need, I don't care about the business relationship. Because I don't need to do anything with someone whose energy I'm not feeling. Yeah. So being pretty now, God, like I can think of so many people who aren't your, beauty right now. We're redefining what beauty looks like. So there's a lane, and this is the moment that if you feel less than beautiful, this is your time to get in, because we really have redefined what beauty looks like.
Especially black. First off, there's nothing that's, if you black,
you get a pass.
Oh my God.
If you're black, you are beautiful, right? Sure. But society didn't think that. Now society feels like now we're learning to find the uniqueness about people. Like, people from certain regions were at one time too black, or, or too light, or too this and too that. Yeah. And now if you dare say something about a black person not being attractive, for sure. They're like,
crucified.
Appreciate that melanin. Appreciate that nostril. Appreciate that set of lips.
You know what I love, though? She does a lot. Is it Lizzo or Lizzie?
Lizzo, the singer?
Yes.
She's a singer or a rapper?
She's something.
Okay, yes.
But she is big and beautiful, and she fine. And it would be if you have a lot, you're not going to just show everybody a lot. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that she's super confident in who she is, I watch those videos. I don't watch a whole lot of wretchedness, okay? But I watch those videos, and she owns every part of her. And I think that's leading into her becoming the successful person, because that mindset transfers. Nothing wrong about me. I'm walking in every door like I own the place. Mm-hmm. So I really, really, I can appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know enough about Lizzo. Unfortunately, I've been tapped out and totally focused. So Lizzo, I'm about to look you up. I know who Lizzo is, but the only reason I know who Lizzo is because of the shock value that she puts out on the internet. Right. And I don't know enough about her to say whether it's confidence or insecurity. I just don't. So y'all don't cancel me for that. I don't know enough about Lizzo or anybody, right? But
give me both scenarios.
So sometimes you act with confidence, like with what you said, like I'm walking in because I'm so confident. I have been supported and loved on all my life. My mom and my dad told me I was amazing, and I believe this. And so you walk in and you do these things and you don't care. But sometimes it's an insecurity. We only do things out of two reasons, either love or fear, right? Our actions, every single last one of them are based in love or fear. And so insecurity because it could be insecurity because you've been picked on for so long. You've been this for so long. You've been told you couldn't for so long. And you hear other people, you hear these personal development coaches and positive people saying, you got to believe it, girl, you got to believe it. And so you're breaking through, leveraging your insecurities, beating people to the punch, basically saying, if I put it all out there, you can't hurt my feelings. I win. I'm going to put it all out there, and now you can't talk crap about me because I beat you to exposing my flaws, right? And so, I think it's beautiful, and I think it's great when people are, and that's good. That's okay, because that could be her, anybody's way, not her. I don't know her, but that could be anybody's way of dealing with their insecurities. The important thing is that you deal with it, and not be controlled by it. For sure. So, I think she's a beautiful woman. I don't necessarily understand anybody feeling the need to be like butt naked on the internet. But there's a lane for that. There's a market for that. And if you're going to do it with the confidence that she's putting out there, for sure. So
what are some of the issues that you've come across because you've been, in the music industry, business, you've done a lot. So you've put yourself in position amongst male-dominated industries. Mm-hmm. So I know you can get yourself in any room, right? Whether from before we hear you talk, they're going to invite you in a room because you walk with a certain confidence, attractive, obviously. But what are some of the issues that you come across when you get into those circles?
Let me say this, because I know somebody's going to have an issue with me saying I don't believe any woman should be naked on the internet. First of all, my
daughter won't be.
She won't be, and mine better not be.
No, we're not doing
Deja,
we're not
girl,
doing that.
you already know.
That's what you do. I'm not knock you. I'm just saying because of before. I'm married now, but even before, the way I looked at that person was with one thought. Mm-hmm. And even when I see the person dressed up, I still got that one thought.
Yeah. Well, and my perspective on that is just a little different because my original social media was hacked. So, you can't go all the way back to 2008 or whenever Facebook came about. But as you said, I was in the music industry. I was in an R&B hip hop group. I rapped. I'm on the Atlanta scene. I was a party promoter, so I was in and out of the clubs. I owned a clothing store that had, very adult clothing, party clothes and things like that. And so I was that girl at one time who was running around half dressed, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever did like panties or anything on the internet, but I did swimsuits for sure. Mm-hmm. And not just in a way where I'm out on the beach having fun. I did swimsuits to intentionally be provocative, right? Because of the industry that I was in and the industry that I was promoting. And at that time, I really felt like that was necessary because everybody tells you sex sells. You got to be sexy. Sex sells. And I really wish that I would have come up at a time in music. I actually fell back on that because it started to mess with me. Like, it's cool when it's cool, but then I became a mom and I'm like, I can't be out here putting out content that I'm not proud of. And so the only reason that I say, I don't believe that women have to be so exposed on the internet or anywhere is because though I was never naked, I was exposed more than I would be today. I was exposed more than I would be proud of my daughter seeing, on the internet. And I know that feeling that you have that this is a necessary thing for most people or for many people is fleeting. It's temporary. Yeah. And so I have certain regrets. Like, I wish I would have stuck to my guns and said, no, this take me or leave me. And I wish, there's so many music artists who came behind my time in the industry that proved you could be yourself. You can be fully dressed. You can be this, that, and the other. You don't have to be out there with the bottom of your booty cheeks hanging out and, all this stuff. You can promote parties and still, but it just didn't work that way for women at that time. It had to be ultra sexy. Right. And so now that I am a mom and have been a mom for a while, I just don't, I always consider, now that I'm aware, now that I'm woke, insider, now that I'm woke, am I putting out things that I would be proud for my daughter to see?